the whole Thug Mills going to China thing came at a really good time, to be honest, because the label wasn't happy with us because they wanted us in the studio all the time, and we just went right in the hits, and management said, you know, you really should look at going overseas, just recharging the batteries a little bit. You know, we'd done a bunch of shows around Melbourne and we were kind of sick of it, and so we wanted to get out and see some new things, you know, hang out and get back to basics, get back to being friends, you know, before this whole Thug Mills explosion happened. So, you know, we just want to hang out, eat some food, relax together, laugh and live a little bit together, and then get back to writing, and hopefully that would inspire our writing, because as far as I'm aware, we're probably one of the first bands to ever go overseas, let alone to China, you know, so it was an amazing thing. And when the Splitworks Festival, Concrete and Grass, offered us to reverse headline, you know, open up the festival, we did what any band would. We hauled ass, we packed our bags, and we went straight to the airport and got on the first plane to China. It was great. This is the story of Thug Mills in China.
It's a lot of responsibility reverse headlining such a large stage at a festival. There are a lot of checks to be made, and unfortunately we discovered our flying drum riser got damaged in the flight over, so we had to move it manually. But once our techs had checked the rest of our equipment, we were ready to rock. You really owe it to yourself to be prepared when you're reverse headlining on such a big stage with, you know, all these people watching. I even went to the extent of having a specialty rock-proof toupee made, which worked really well for a couple of songs, but I just rocked too hard and, you know, unfortunately it came off. The kids really loved us. I mean, it was a great set. That wasn't the end to the excitement though. Later in the day we were chuffed to find all these bands covering our songs, like the Go Team, PVT from Sydney had a crack at one of our new ones, and this guy Stephen Malcolmus, I think he used to be in Weezer, he did a great version of one of our tracks. It was so exciting. Management were just over the moon. They were likening it to the Velvet Underground, how that not many people saw their first gigs or bought their first album, but everyone that did, like, formed a cool band. And in their opinion, after this festival we could be like that in Shanghai. In fact, they call us the Velour Underground of Shanghai. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
I'm 34 years old, but there's been two me's. There was pre-Shanghai me, post-Shanghai me, and I mean, you know, I've had a lot of time to think over the last, like, 36 hours. It's all changed.
People say if you truly love something, you got to set it free. I think that's what I like the most about playing festivals, is that you get to set your sounds and your music and your ideas free onto just a mass of people.
Yeah, and we get paid real well too.
So this is Mongolia, eh?
You know, we visited the Great Wall today, and the size of it made me compare that to the festival. And you can't always be the Great Wall, so it's going to be good to get back to a smaller venue, meet the people.
Our bass player Steve really started the tour happy.
Got a rat. Peace.
Can you guys hear each other?
I could do with a little more me. You guys got enough bass in the cans?
What?
Have you got enough bass?
But China really changes you, and Steve really hit rock bottom. There's a saying in China, the way you cut your meat reflects the way you live, and Steve really cut deep.
It's damn good. But he was from a country town in Victoria.
Nah, it's not pumpkins. Maybe magic dirt. Stavros has ordered the spiciest kebabs.
And then Hobori Ahar.
It's the only time he stopped burping. Oh, yeah, Stavros.
Oh yeah, good. Just had a bit of breakfast. You know, some people say it's the most important meal of the day. No, I don't think they really understand why. It's really a chance to take a break, sit back, reflect on what might come. I find it also to be a real release from the pressures of creativity, just to be able to sit down and start the day with a bit of a meal. You know, you remember what's really important. And coffee, it helps you shit.
As a drummer, you're always up the back, and no one thinks you have any musical ability just because you hit the drums. But I thought on this tour it'd be a time for reconciliation, and I could give to the band so much more than just my simple beats. But when I proposed that the second half of the album should be spoken word improvised comedy, they were less than supportive.
I thought the song.
You're the worst improviser.
I'm good improviser. I think it's like laughing at my own jokes.
The band went as far as having a rehearsal session without me.
Thought after so many years of friendship that my bandmate Steve would be the most encouraging and supportive, but we just really lost touch on that tour. I didn't know we could be friends again.
Going to Hong Kong really changed my attitude.
Yeah.
The layover in Hong Kong airport really changed Dante's attitude. He started drinking a lot. He became really withdrawn from the rest of the tour group. In fact, he would only communicate through our minder from the label, even if people could speak English.
Can you tell him that, like, my Italian family, make something that is just like that?
He, refused to be impressed by anything. It was just like he'd seen it all before, and this toxic attitude started to spread amongst the tour group. I mean, one of our tour chefs just started setting furniture alight.
I really just wanted out of that situation, out of this perpetual turmoil that I was in, and any chance I could, I tried to leave, just get a cab out of there. And there was just one thing that I was promised that would just appease my soul, and that was Uniqlo.
You sure you're not coming to Uniqlo, bro? You were talking for hours about coming to Uniqlo. Yeah, you were. Well, you were listening to me talk for hours about Uniqlo, and now you've bailed. We get in, you see the condoms beside the bed, look, and you just lose your mind. Oh, don't pretend you didn't see these. And you've ditched on Uniqlo, bro.
Can't believe it. Can't believe we're actually going to go to Uniqlo.
Yeah, man, we're the Uniqlo bros. It's put a bit of a rift in the band, to be honest. I don't know if I can hang out with Sergeant Stavros anymore. It's like heaven. Do you like bulldog sauce? I got 2 shirts already. So we've decided to forgive Stavros for not being a Uniqlo bro and offering him 4 pairs of Uniqlo socks for 60 RMB. Hopefully he accepts this.
Accepts our offer.
Yeah. If not, he's out of the band, because that was part of like the one thing we have in the band is being Uniqlo bros. We should have gotten these socks actually. Only creeps wear ankle socks.
Reese fell into a really dark place too, and he wanted out of the band, so we started auditioning new guitarists to replace him, and we kind of scoured the country for the most up-and-coming guitarists of a whole range of different styles.
So we settled with a guy for a while.
So you're in it with a chance.
I have a chance. I have a chance.
Until we realised he was a lot better than all of us combined. So unfortunately he had to come back into the band. And to make matters worse, Reese somehow, we don't know how, really got it into his mind that the Go team had asked him to join the band. All they did was borrow a guitar. Really got to his head.
It's 5 a.m. We've had fuck all sleep, and I've just got one thought in my mind that I bet the fucking Go team don't have to do this. I'm really starting to regret my choice to not go on tour with them. It wasn't explicitly offered, but it was implied when they asked to borrow the guitar. And, I bet they're in their fucking Sheraton hotel right now, nice and warm. And we're in this Uber now, and it's pretty nice, but I just can't help think about the Rolls Royce that I could have been in if I was still with the Go team. You know, I do find it hard to name songs and stick with those names, because just like that guy's life, they're flickering inspirations, and you know, what I write the song about is about love and transcending kind of civilization types, and it's hard to kind of get a title or an idea to stick with that sound, you know, the sound of the future and the sound of...
You know what they should call the boom boom room? The boom 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 room.
Last night we went to a club in Shenzhen. How was it, Stavros?
It was great. I danced. I got 6,000 steps counted on my iPhone just from dancing. Boom 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 room. There was people vomiting everywhere.
People in clown suits.
People in clown suits.
African girls dancing.
Glitter cannons. They fake money.
$300 bills there, but I got stacks. I'm going to make it rain tonight in Guangzhou. People think being on tour is just, you know, like checking into airports, hanging out with awesome people, drinking, playing till late. But actually, even when I'm on tour, I'm constantly looking for ideas. And even when I'm not looking for them, they come to me. Like, some people just see this as a shattered window at the Tianjin airport, but not me. I read this: danger, keep distance. Fuck, could it be a song name? Could it be a band name? Could it be a side project? Could it be a new album name? It's just, yeah, it is exhausting to be in my brain, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
It was pretty obvious to everyone that the tour was falling apart. And there is an ancient saying in Beijing that 如果你照相不开心，你必须去北海公园 Millen. And that means you got to get to the Beihai Park and just go hardcore Millen.
Steve, turn around and look at us. Oh, watch the road, you dickhead!
It was a little bit weird though, because we seemed to be the only ones on the entire lake who were Millen.
Like golf or chess, when you're milling someone at Beihai Park, it's a game of patience, and you're actually playing yourself. And you have to pick a target out from 300 meters away, and it takes a good 7.5 minutes to get to them. When you finally do, and the look on their face when you yell out, "You've been milled!" Oh my god. That's why I've been training all those years.
Yeah, it's really changed me, this experience.
Just him! You got milled! You're about to get milled! You're getting milled!
All that wanted was a nice afternoon as a family.
And then they got milled. How fast is that boat? We should go to a duck boat, hey? Oh! You got milled. They're about to be milled so fucking hard. Oh, you got milled. We all got milled.
Yeah, the kid loves it.
Another fan. Like us on Facebook. Stealth Mills. Oh, you got milled. You got milled. Stealth Mills. Ah, you got milled. You got milled. Yeah. We nearly got milled. She knew what was up. Let's go that massive fucking thing. It's really changed me.
Yeah, this whole experience, like being on the water, ramming into people.
Let's get those guys right there.
You know, I really understand the Chinese nationals now.
See, China, it's a dynamic place. You get the real highs, i.e. Thug Mills, and you get the lows, i.e. Thug Mills. But when you get to have this downtime between studio sessions, it really makes it all worthwhile. Gives you a chance to reassess your life, reassess your music.
You know, you could say we're floating on the water, but you could also say we're floating through life. You wouldn't be allowed to do this in Australia.
No, none of this. None of it.
Just you on a boat in general.
Handles like a boat, hey Dante?
Yeah,
Oh, you've done it now. Oh, far out. I think I got whiplash.
When Thug Mills travel, we like to ask for the Slipknot room, which is no less than 9 beds to ourselves, please. Look at this. This is just one bed for each of Steve's groupies. Dante and I have to actually share a single mattress tonight.
I learnt on this tour that whilst it's tiring to make up 10 beds with fresh sheets, it's ultimately worth it.
Yeah, I didn't learn much on this tour actually. I learnt Steve's real good at maths.
Multiple. 3. Fuck yeah.
I guess the management had a lot of faith in us, being the first band to ever play overseas. And I guess the most valuable lesson I learned in China was that there actually are 9 members of Slipknot, and each one of them have their own number.
9 hours, 1 hour for every member of Slipknot.
I'm going to go in order, I think.
Order of your favourites?
No, I'm starting the number order, so I'll start with Sid, go into Joey.
What do they have numbers?
Yeah, they all have numbers.
Are you kidding me?
No, I wouldn't joke about that.
Watch the week rundown.
Yeah, the week rundown's like 18 hours long.
Not.
This trip really broke the band down to its purest forms, and we're able to build it back up again, like some kind of weird alchemy. We resolved so many issues. We came together as a band, we wrote some great songs, and I learned there's 9 members in Slipknot.